Hey, everybody, welcome this afternoon. Good to be with you today to see all of my friends, and so good to see everybody. We've got a little pop up here. Let's see. Yeah, let's see what we've got here. Yeah, there we go. And Jeffrey Bird, we've got Eves in the house with us today, and it's good to see everybody. And this is a little, I tell everybody all the time, make sure make sure that you subscribe and hit notifications because at seasons like this, it's crazy. It's crazy. And so I want to welcome everyone. There's been so many exciting things going on. And like I always say, the libraries and have just been coming in like crazy. There's some exciting things that I can't wait to share with you in the coming days. And some old and some new, and it's very exciting. I feel like I'm an explorer. I'm like an explorer that I just go into these libraries and just see what happens. Ambient Dave, it's good to see you. And my good friend Urs, man, you guys have something very special coming up at the beginning of the year, and I can't wait. Can't wait to share that. Yeah, Jeffrey. Yeah, that the felt instruments are really very interesting, and they've got a really cool approach to them. But today we're going to have a little bit of Stardust. And the reason that I call it Stardust is because of what we're going to be talking about from Vienna Symphonic Library. And that is their special editions. And they are, let me just see, I'm going to pull up their website here. And it was so wonderful. I was actually on a Skype call with Ben from VSL. Ben is like the number one uh, man. He's the best, and I was able to spend some time with him, uh, kind of walking through some things and making sure things are going good. But let's go ahead and take a look. And T-Sonus is in the house. Good to see you. Um, and let's see what we've got going here. And you'll notice some different things. Oh, well, that's coming. That's okay. So let's pull this up. Okay. Okay. So I restarted some things. So let's get let's just get all of this stuff, and you'll see me flying behind here. So we'll get Chrome set up here, so you can see what I'm doing here. Yeah, there we go. Boom. There we are. So, and you'll see me fly back around. So this is their special editions. Now, they're having a special up to 50% off on their special editions till the end of the month. There's a Black Friday special coming up that covers some of the Dimension editions. But the ones that we're going to cover today, I guess if I were to pick two, these would be the two that I would pick starting out. And that is Volume 1, the Essential Orchestra, and Volume 3, which is the muted consordino and Appassionata strings. And so we're going to dive right in to to Volume 1 and just kind of go through what's included in this. I just think it is the essential orchestra, but it's like the okay, yeah, Ben's in the house, and it's good to see him in the chat. That way, if I get stumped on something, or if you have a specific question that you want to ask in the chat, Ben can help you out with that. There are some exciting things coming down the road from Vienna, and it's very exciting. So, what I'm going to do, you'll notice it comes in the Synchron player. The Synchron player has got to be one of the nicest, host players, plugins for instrument libraries because it's so well organized. So you've got a tab here that says special editions. Now, what it is, they don't necessarily tell you everything. They don't break it down into category, but they just categorize them by sections. But we're fortunate to have this guide that lets us see. It's like a spreadsheet. So, Volume 1 has solo violins. They added a new violin 2 solo, viola, and a new solo cello, double bass. And we drop down, we have orchestral sections. We've got a ensemble, and then we have a harp, piccolo flute. So basically, different, the essential sections that we have here: a contrabassoon, and you keep going, trumpet. So I'm going to kind of use this as a guide to make sure that we're pulling it up. And honestly, I only have Volume 1 and 3 installed, so we should be okay. So what I'm going to do, let's just go ahead and go straight for the first violins. Well, let's see. Let's do the solo strings first. Let's just go to Violin 1 and notice how fast and furious things kind of load. So here we go. This is just the solo violin, and we're gonna just kind of warm up like we always do. And thanks for joining me. It's always a joy. I get my expression pedal. Now, what makes this different, why they call them synchronized, is because these are some of the original um, Vienna instruments that were recorded at the silent stage. That's really nice. So I know it's a solo, but it gives you a cool little ensemble thing when you're playing it like that. But this is what makes these different. They were recorded on the silent stage, but synchronized in the player. And so if you look real close on the channel strip here, you'll see this icon. Now, when we click on the icon, it brings up, oh, okay, man, we can't see that. Let me see if I can find, man, okay, because it opens up in another window. Let's see what we can do. I think we can do something like that. There we go. Yeah, so I'm showing the desktop, and you see me over here. Let me get this out of the way, because I'm monitoring the stream there from there. So yeah. Dun, 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 dun. So this is like the convolution player, and what they've done, they've taken impulse responses from all of the seats in the orchestra on the synchron stage. So when you have this impulse response loaded, it's like you are taking the instrument from that silent stage and you are putting it right there on the synchron stage. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play this solo violin with it on. Now I'm going to bypass it. You hear the difference. So this is the first chair violin. Let's go to the legato and uh-oh. And then we've got portamento too, so we can do those really beautiful slides. Yeah, and that's without the convolution on. Now I'm going to turn it on and let's listen to the difference. So you see it or you hear it. I hear it shift over to that position, that first chair. So you basically are sitting now in the synchron stage, and then you can just increase the mix of how much influence the impulse response is going to have. So you switch between that legato and portamento to get that emotion going. So that's pretty cool. Okay, this is the new violin 2 solo. And when you layer these together, it's really cool to be able to just have different timbres and very cool. And then, of course, you've got legato on all of these violas. It just gives you just a nice sample. Listen to how rich that is. And you've got so many different assignable controls here. And for those of you that were not at the little test run that I did last night, I am transitioning over to using the mix face from Studio Logic. And so this is a transport control. The faders are a little bit longer than the nano controller, and I'm getting used to using that. And so what you can do is you can take all 8 faders and assign them to the controls on this on the Synchron player, and it just really makes such a huge amount of control that you can get your hands on with that. So let's do double basses. Okay. I mean, there is nothing like the original Vienna instruments, and now you combine that with the Synchron stage platform. Now I'm going to go back in and let's listen to this without. Let's bypass it. And there is a little reverb. There's a little reverb here. Yeah, so I'm going to bypass the room reverb as well. So we're bypassing the let's see. Yeah, we're bypassing the convolution and the effects. So this is that is what makes those original Vienna instruments so cool. Listen to how dry that is. That's dry. That is silently dry. But watch this. We'll put it in the Synchron stage. And it's positioned right where it should be. And then let's just turn it all the way to the wet side. That way you get the full effect of that Synchron stage. Yeah, I think it really makes it flexible because because you have such a dry source to begin with, you can play with it and place it in so many different directions, and using those impulse responses. I think, yeah, so we can use this impulse response browser, and you have all of the different positions. So we could actually place these instruments in different positions. So let's just put this in. Put the double bass. I know it's like. Let's just put it in. Let's put it in the violin 1. Yeah, see. So now it put it in the first violins. So it repositions it on the stage. And that is amazing to me. Yeah, home. Yeah, that's a bass. That is a bass. Okay, so I'm just going to go. Let's just go to the sections. And I love this too because we've got in volume 3, we have these beautiful chamber strings. These beautiful chamber strings. The smaller sections. So I'm going to load the whole section up here, so you can just hear a little bit of. And it's in an ensemble form, so you can. That tight chamber strings. Okay. So Ben, so yeah, because the impulse responses have built-in EQ, so your mileage may vary. So they pre-EQ'd the instruments and for the just to make sure the impulse response is tailored for that particular instrument. So yeah, I get it. I get it. But it's fun to play around. It's fun to have that potential anyway. And I guess with some of the larger, oh, listen to that, man. And that's why this patch is the orchestral strings, well, the chamber strings, multi convolution. So that way they've got all of the different convolution things already assigned. That's why it sounds so full. That's very beautiful. Okay, so let's go back. Yeah, we're going to jump around here. Okay, let's do some brass. Let's do some horns, and they've got. Yeah. So Ben, can you tell me what triple? I see triple in the parentheses. So maybe help me out with that. But listen how beautiful that is. That's nice. So let's do the horn ensemble. And look at how zip. Hey, Marshall, good to see you. And Cyber, good to see you too. So now this is four horns. It's an ensemble. Now let's go to the legato. And I always turn on poly legato. I love to hear how things interplay when you're doing different things. Man. That is Urs, you took the words right out of my mouth. It's unreal, real. Yeah. And Jose V, good to see you, man. And Sonny, good to see you. Um, this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Um, Okay. Yeah. So the horn, it's a triple horn. So Ben, it's a Viennese common in the orchestras. Yeah. So it's a really interesting instrument that we have available to us. Yeah. So yeah. So the timbre is a little bit different. So let's just kind of listen to this and let's switch back to that triple horn real quick. But the horn, this is a four horn ensemble. Let's go back to the let's go to the legato. Yeah. And then the range, Now let's go and throw this on. Yeah, see, I couldn't go up that high with the. Now I can hear this stacked on top of that ensemble to have a different sound as well. Man, beautiful. Okay, so let's keep going to some more. Yeah, I'm just going to just go by what just kind of hits me. So we've got a French oboe. Ah, okay, yeah. So I don't have volume 2. I just have 1 and 3, just so I wouldn't get overwhelmed with all of these instruments, because you know how it is. You know how I get. I can just fall down the rabbit hole really easy. Just so much. Yes, home. Good to see you. And yes, I agree. It's gorgeous. I love this. I get sucked down into the beauty of all this. So and just got a special thing near the end um, that you don't want to miss. So just make sure you stick around. So this is the French oboe. Okay, so one of my favorite movies um, is it's an older movie. Oh man, Sabrina. It's the Sabrina with Harrison Ford and Julia Ormond in it. So when I started playing this oboe, it instantly took me into. It's one of the, where they're walking in the in the high rise. And John Williams did the score for Sabrina for that remake. So that's pretty cool. And that's the staccato and let's go to the legato. Now, Vienna really does a great job with their legato. Now, back on the mix page, we do have a room reverb pulled up here. And let's see. Oh, okay. When you've got multiple monitors, you click on a window and it'll pop up behind me. So we've got a room reverb. Let's bypass that, and so we can listen to what the how it sounds. So, and let's once again experiment with the convolution. Now let's take it all the way up. Let's bypass it first. I like hearing how the different things affect. Yeah, listen to that. That makes me want to get a drink of water. Uh, because so many times in orchestral libraries you are competing with the room a lot of times, because the room is baked in to a lot of samples in a lot of orchestral libraries, and I think this is where it really makes it useful. It gives you the flexibility. Really cool. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, there is a definite sweetness and character to these players, and you accredit it to they're just masterful artists, and then the history of Vienna in music. It's just so sweet, very sweet. Let's just crank it all the way up, and you get the full effect of that synchron stage. Um, just beautiful. Okay, we've got clarinets. We got a B flat clarinet. So everything that you're going to pull up is going to it's really going to sound great um, because, yeah, so this is the essentials. So let's just pull up some low brass. Got a bass tuba. That is beautiful. And we've got some, yeah, trumpets. Got a C trumpet here. And I have this tied into velocity. So now when I have that off, that slider is in effect, and I can actually, let's do this. Let me just assign, I'm just gonna learn it. There we go. Yeah, so now I can control it with the slider. And there is a difference having a longer fader length. That nano controller was fantastic, but the fader length was just real short. I'm having So having a longer fader allows you to have a little more nuance in. It takes a little bit longer from going from 0 all the way up to the top. So that's cool. That's the first time I've done that. So that's really cool. Trumpet ensemble. Um, I'm going to turn off the room. Well, let's see. Let's see what we've got as far as reverbs. We've got a nice plate. And let's go back to the room because you can do so much with that. We can do the impulse response size and the room decay. We can make it big. You've got so many controls you can tweak in here. So let's go to the legato. I say legato, you say legato. No. Okay, let's see. E flat. Yeah, cool. Okay, and trombones. You've got a trombone ensemble, and plus you've got solo tenor trombones, bass trombone. So you've got the full spectrum of things, and let's just check out the trombone ensemble here. Ooh. Yeah, it's got that a little aggressiveness on there, and then we can go the sforzato. Let's check that out. So it's got a really hard attack, boom, and it comes up. So it's got an aggressive punch to it. And of course, you can lay these on key switches and be able to just go crazy with that. And I'm going to change that to poly legato. Let's see. Wow, that's beautiful. And it's just got that little edge. The French horns have a little softer edge. Um, and the trombones, yeah, it's just it does. Yeah, I agree, Marshall. It's got the bark, but then it's got a stateliness to it as well, like the staccato. Now we can go to legato. Yeah, so you've got the best of both worlds. Yeah, and yeah, ambient Dave. Yeah, Forzo is really interesting. It's got a different approach altogether. So you've got, you know, but sometimes you need a little bit of everything, a little bit of ingredients. Very cool. And then they've given us some really good timpanis, some so we can kind of do the roll up like that. And then we've got some rolls, some natural rolls. That's cool. And let's see what we've got drum wise. Yeah, we've got taikos, snares. That's cool. Being able to, because being essential, little rolls, different lengths, 4 players. Tambourine, yeah. And I like the way that they've given you the performances there. So you're not just having to play them like that. Concert toms. You have little flams and rolls there. Yeah, so cool. Yeah, okay, yeah. So volume 4, epic horns. Yeah, epic horns would be cool. So yeah, so we're gonna jump the Appassionata strings here because that has got to be, I guess, my one of my favorite ones. So yeah, so volume 4 has epic horns. So it has an 8 horn ensemble and a 6 trumpet fanfare trumpets. Wow. Yeah, I should have loaded that as well. But we're just yeah, we gotta stay in control here. And okay, yeah, you've got so many things. So the bells, you've got tubular bells. Absolutely. In this ring, in the center ring, Simeon. Yeah, yeah, Dave, that's important. And that's important. Very much important. Very nice. And then the plate bells, just really interesting. So let's just jump into the Celesta. That gets us right in the mood. So we've got normal and soft. Yeah, it's got a nice soft attack. And they've even included one of the Busendorfers that they recorded. But let me go and show you one of the things that I really like that they added. And I was playing this a little bit last night during the test. You can check that out in the playlist previous live streams. But they've given us, and they've just added this. This is a light version of the Steinway D274. And the thing is, there's not there's only 18 or so velocity layers and two mic positions, but you know what, it's a synchron it's a synchron Steinway. You get the room mix and the close mic, which I think it just fits the bill on most things that you're going to need a Steinway for. And one of the things I like about the D274 is that it's placed in the center of the synchron stage. The Imperial is situated on one side. The CFX is on the far opposite side, and the D274 is situated like right there in the center. So this is the D274 light, and when I'm playing it, it's just like I'm not hearing too much light. I'm hearing. And then the thing is, it's just the dynamic range. And then let's go to the mix. And we've got a little reverb here, and we can adjust that. Yeah. Urs, you make a very wonderful point, and I say this all the time, that we take so much for granted. I'm just sitting here playing and just having a great time, but imagine you've got thousands and thousands of samples. I mean, each key, 18 velocity layers. You've got to edit those, and you've got to put them together. You've got to do the recordings, so you've got to play each note at each velocity and let it ring out. So it's an epic, arduous task. So it's amazing. Yeah, and so all of the special editions are on sale through the month of November of 2021. We're in 2021. If you're watching this sometime in the future, there might be another sale going on by the time you're watching this. But as of November, up to 50% off of all the special editions. So let's jump into really what I think is like the highlight for me is the Appassionata strings. And anytime you mention consordino, um, when I figured out, I was seeing a lot of like stuck notes, and it's like I'm just holding the sustain pedal, and so as long as I'm holding the sustain pedal, Meticulous is saying I'm going to stick those notes on. So I'm glad I figured that out. But anytime I mention consordinos, it's just like it just there's something about it. It just makes me, it just moves me somehow. And the consortino is where they put the mute on the string, and it makes it glassy. It makes it very velvety and warm. So this is the first violin. 20 violins, and you hear it's got a softer edge. Now let's see the orchestral strings, and I'm going to load up the multi convolution on this, and I'm going to go back and forth just so we can hear, like. So you hear the little bite and the little edge, and now let's check this out again. It's a little softer. It's a little more delicate. So that hard edge is muted. It's muted. It's a little it's not shaved off, but it's just tamed a little bit, and that gives it. And then you get first violins 20, second violins 20, 14 violas, with all of the beautiful things going on with this. Just how beautiful that is. And then the cellos, you've got 12 cellos. Legato. Yeah. Unbelievable. I just think it's just so beautiful. So this is yeah, and then you get the chamber size, the 6 player and the chamber size. And let's just do the multi just to listen to how this sounds. We've got, so we don't have legato in the chamber strings, but we've got longs. And having that smaller chamber size just makes it a little more intimate. Fabulous. But this to me is this to me is this to me just makes it, this makes it for me. This is the stereo sordino with all of the sections, and I'm just gonna just go with the longs. Let's see. Let me see. Let me make sure I've got the right one selected. I'm gonna collapse these menus here. Yeah. So all of the okay, here we go. I want to do this. Yes. There we go. Now I wonder, let's see. I wonder what the difference is in 11A and 31A. So we've got the same type of things, it looks like. So let's just see. Okay, now I'm going to put this one on 31A. And oh, okay. Ah, okay, good. Okay, so 11 is normal. That's good. Yeah, I see that now because I don't hear the. Okay, that's the difference. Um, yeah, and home, I tell you, an external SSD. Well, for VSL libraries, especially internal SSDs at the least, and I have mine running on NVMe M.2. I've got a 2 terabyte NVMe just for some of my Vienna libraries because that's going to give you the best streaming. It depends on how fast the interface is on your SSD, but typically, man, for something like this, especially like the synchron pianos and things, I would recommend at least the internal. Okay, so that's just the normal. Now let's listen to the longs here. Wow. Yeah. Okay, so while we're here, I tell you what really. Okay, here we go. Mm. Yes, yes. So all music. So yeah, this vertical mouse has really made a big difference for me as far as tendonitis here and then cubital tunnel just makes such a difference because the vertical mouse keeps things kind of straight. If you're using a regular mouse, you see how you're twisting and scissoring, but this keeps your hand in line with your so you're not twisting or scissoring those nerves in there. Yeah. So check that out. Yeah, at home, I do the library shuffle quite a bit, so I know what you mean. So, my wife and I love the music of Nat King Cole, and I'm going to go back to the. Okay, are we back? Are we back? I think we're back. So, hey, we're back. We're coming back. Yeah, this happened to me last night um, when I was switching back and forth and pulling this up. I think I might need a power supply or something because I'm crashing to desktop some, and I'm not exactly sure what's causing that. But needless to say, we're back, and so I'm going to turn on some stars and give us give us a little starlight. But I don't know if I mean, how many of you guys out there have watched Sleepless in Seattle? It's one of my favorite Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan movies, and of course, An Affair to Remember, which is so intertwined in that story. But one of the parts that really get me is when they play Stardust, and Stardust has been one of my. I mean, it's in like it's in my top 10 list of beautiful songs that I love, and I love the strings, and you can go in and see let's see. Yeah, let's pull up the Appassionata strings again. That 31, that multi-convolution bunch of goodness. So when the song starts out, they're playing this they're playing this chord using these consordino strings, and it's not a typical minor chord. So always thought it was like a C minor. I always thought that's how it started. But when in reality, they do not go to the fourth of that C minor. They have the C and the G, but watch what happens. And that's magic to me. Magic. Yeah, that's if you've seen the movie, yeah. And this goes right back to what I was talking about the other day about beauty and dissonance. You've got that, and alone, it sounds really weird, but when you put that together, something magical happens. And so I went to, I found Nat King Cole's version, and I sort of just pulled up a project and overlaid it, and what I did, I just kind of tried to overlay the parts, with let's see if I can pull up the yeah. So I dropped the reference track here, and let me just play a little bit of what I'm talking about at the beginning of this. Just that is just it's magic. It's beautiful. So what I did, I did like a tempo map of the whole song, and I kind of broke down first violins and second violins, and just kind of did a track. And one of the things I recommend when you're doing string parts, you know me, I'm always like on board 10 fingers, but to get it to get it better, man, the always record your sections separately. That gives you so much more realism. So I've got basses, um, and then what I'm doing here, I'm using the double basses, Sordino, the second violins. So I've got these all in their own synchron player, um, and I've got the harp from the first edition. So what I'm going to do, we're going to play some Stardust and just see what happens with these beautiful instruments, and just have some fun, um, just exploring more of the beauty of these amazing instruments. So here we go. Mm. Let me make sure I've got my piano. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to pull up the piano here, and here we go. You ready for this? Here we go. Here we go. And now the purple dusk of twilight time steals across the meadows of my heart. High up in the sky, the little stars climb, reminding me that we're apart. You wander down the lane and far away, song that will not die. Love is now the stardust of yesterday, the music of the years gone by. Sometimes I wonder how I spend the lonely nights, dreaming of a song. The melody haunts my reverie, and I am once again with you. When our love was new, and each day an inspiration. But that was long ago, and now my consolation is in the stardust of a song beside the garden wall. When stars are bright, you are in my arms. The nightingale tells his fairy tale of paradise where roses grew. Though I dream in vain, in my heart I will remain, my stardust melody, a memory of love's refrain. That's magic. I just think that just captured it just captured my heart, and man, yeah, man, honey, you're gonna make me see what I'm saying. You're gonna make me cry. I'm just very moved by stuff like this. Music moves me. Beautiful music. And these beautiful instruments. We're living in a very beautiful time, even in the middle of, again, beauty in the middle of chaos. There is so much chaos that's going around. And we've got to find the beauty in it somehow and cherish that and hold on. So, there's just a little question about the copy protection. And I was talking to Ben a little bit about that. And so I would definitely do what Ben is talking about, to go ahead and go on the Steinberg forums, kind of keep track of that. This is going to be a massive change for not only Steinberg, but VSL, because they're transitioning away from the e-licenser system. So it's not going to be something that's going to happen overnight. We just need to all have patience with the tremendous amount of work these guys are going to be doing in the next weeks and months that are ahead. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back and play it again, and I'm not going to sing this time, so you can just hear these beautiful instruments. And this is the piano. This is the piano that's included in in this first edition. That's what I was so shocked when I pulled it up, and it was like, just this alone is just a massive upgrade. So it's very beautiful. So thanks everybody for watching and for spending a little more of your time with me today. It's a joy. It's an absolute joy. So thank you so much, Halvard. Thank you so much. It's a joy. It's a joy. So I'm going to leave you with a little more Stardust, and make sure you subscribe and like. And you know, I can't tell you how much I appreciate the support. I'm doing it again. I'm having trouble ending because I really love being with you guys. It's a joy. It's a joy. So enjoy a little more Stardust, and I will see you very, very soon. Thanks again. Here we go.